Hello! Today I would like to present you absolutely amazing piece of software that I managed to find that allow me to control this vintage iMac from my modern MacBook Pro computer. Latest Mac operating system drop support for FireWire, so we do not have possibility to plug like a vintage camcorder even through like a dongle because it's not supported in operating system anymore. For that reason, I pull out from attic that vintage iMac 24-inch that's got native FireWire port, and it's going to be absolutely amazing for my use case. But as you can see, I do not have enough room to keep second keyboard and mouse just for situation that I would like to play like one time per month. It would clutter my desk and be very stupid. But I managed to find great software that allow me to remotely control that iMac from my Modern M2. First, let's take a look what kind of operating system that I'm running. And we've got the Tahoe, which is currently the latest one. And it is acting as a normal computer. I can move my stuff around, but I can grab my mouse and push it toward the upper end. And as you can see, it jumped into my iMac and I can move it back. And now I've got it here. I move it up, I've got it here. I can go back just like it would be a second screen, but it is not. It is remotely controlling that vintage iMac. So the application, I believe it's free and it's been called ShareMouse, at least in like a very basic state. This is what I download. And if we go to the iMac, we've got exactly the same build. And as you can see, this is how it's presenting. So it is extremely cool stuff. You can have your like onboard built-in keyboard, mouse, and you can control two computers. Just take a look at this. Of course, the keyboard is fully functional, so I can open like notes and I can type just like that. We can type hello, we can go back here, we can open something and do some stuff. What is also very interesting, we can, for example, grab like a file on that Mac, right-clicked, and go copy. I can go back to my latest one. I can right-click and I can go with paste. And as you can see, it was copied, it arrived here. So this is pretty crazy. We can go back and forth. We can of course do it the other way around. So here I've got file. I can copy it. I can move it to my desktop on the iMac. I can paste it. And as you can see, it arrived here. So you are really working like in a seamless way, which is just crazy. It is crazy how good it's working on such a vintage machine. And here I'm running. It is a little bit slow because I'm recording desktop and it's got a spinning drive and Intel Core 2 CPU, so it is a pretty vintage stuff. But as you can see, we've got our final cut with some project that I was experimenting with. Okay, we've got it up and running, and my operating system on top is El Capitan, as you can see, and we've got Intel Core 2 Duo. On bottom, I've got my M2, and I can jump just like that from one to another. So as you can see, this is absolutely amazing piece of software that is really giving you a great usability. Just take a look at this. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find that interesting. See you next time and bye bye.